Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the 2014 Webby Awards, Patton Oswalt.
Hi, everybody. Enjoy the Nazareth while you're digesting. Hi, how's everybody doing? Oh my God. Thanks for coming out to the 18th Annual Webby Awards. I'm going to be your host. I'm going to get, yes, please capture this on your phone because there's no way this will ever be on the internet or anything. Get a blurry photo right now. For God's sakes, we beg you, please don't be present this evening. A lot of cameras held up. Do not be in the moment. This is the internet, okay? I'm very excited to be here. I'm very relaxed because even if I eat it tonight, Reddit will find a way to blame it on the wrong person. So I am nice and relaxed. Oh, it's my third time hosting this, by the way. Third time, yeah. Because there is nothing the internet loves more than reposts. Get a picture of that joke eating it. There you go, nice, okay. Please, but also ask you guys, please stop looking at the internet on your phones right now so that I can talk to you about the internet, okay? Thank you. I hope I don't offend anyone tonight. I certainly hope that none of my jokes is taken out of context on Twitter somehow and I'm forced to host a network talk show. That would be awful for my career at this point. And you know, next year, what I think the Webby should do in 2015, I'm kidding. Next year, there's not going to be an internet because of the network shills at the FCC. Am I right, people? Yes, exactly. And by the way, dude, please stop the bullshit about going, well, we're making an internet fast lane. You're not making an internet fast lane. You're making the other lane slower. That's all you're doing. At least try to trick us, for God's sakes. What the fuck? All right, sorry. Any Bitcoin people out there? Are you broke or wealthy right now? What time is it? What's going on? I didn't check my Twitter the last 8 minutes ago. Every time I turn on the news, the twin Herman Munster guys from the Social Network are telling me to put all my money in King Joffrey dollars. I'm sorry, it's just hard to get excited about a currency that's only useful for buying weed from the V for Vendetta people. It's just... Wow, did you see? I hit the Dennis Miller level of sub-referencing in that bit. I'd like some credit for that. That was super deep, man. And also, please stop calling selfies a trend. They are not a trend. Taking a picture of yourself has been around since the beginning of cameras, for God's sakes. And before cameras, it was self-portraits. It's just that Samsung wasn't paying Van Gogh to cut his own ear off. There were always selfies. Oh, because of the internet, the Harlem Shake went viral this year. And also because of the internet, so did the mumps. So, Oh, really? This is an anti-vaccine crowd? Oh, you're not going to like this night. I'm telling you that right now. Nope. My child is homeschooled. Okay. Look, this is the 25th anniversary of the web tonight. And like anything, when it turns 25, this happened to film, this happened to rock and roll. It begins to get commodified and chewed up by the powers that be. And it's happening to the internet now. I mean, it happened way earlier, but this is the year that it's really out in the open. Another thing that weirdos invented in a garage somewhere is now being bought by the man and used to sell stuff. It happened with movies. Thomas Edison in his garage, filming people kissing, turned into, you know, the next Transformers movie. It's all linked. And rock and roll, weirdos in their garage, then their Iggy Pop song about heroin is being used on a bank commercial or cruise ships. We get it. Now it's happening to the internet. But just like anything else, look, there's going to be a fight this year, and it's going to suck. It's going to be a shitty, long fight. But just like everything else, just like film, just like rock and roll, we will find the weirdos and mutants will find ways to get through and subvert and keep it free and keep it free and dangerous, by the way. That's got to be the two watchwords for 2015. Keep it free and keep it dangerous. And that is so within our power because the people that are trying against us are basically uncreative money grubbers. And we are the weirdos who are happy in a garage, eating Ritz crackers for dinner, and just drinking pots of coffee while we invent code and, let's face it, film our ball sacks. Look, if this was 1984, Big Brother would come out on the 2-minute hate and go, "Stop sending me pictures of your genitals. I don't need to see this. I don't know why we put cameras in you guys' apartments. You guys are all animals." So, with that happy note in mind, ball sacks, 1984, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out. Now, tonight's Webby winners are some of the most popular people on the internet in clothing. And as you know, Webby acceptance speeches have to be 5 words or less. Now, I know a lot of you are like, well, that's not a lot of words. Well, you can get a lot done in 5 words. All right, I think, therefore I am. Nice. This baby is yours, Jack. Nice. Here's something a lot of you programmers know: that weed isn't mine, officer. A very powerful phrase. You get the idea, people. Keep it to 5 words. The gauntlet has been thrown. Let's get this party started. Holy shit, I can't stop! Okay, enough of that bullcrap. Enjoy the first video of the evening. Thank you. Oh, isn't that nice? Well, to present the Best Actress of the Year is someone that, well, she is awesome in the show Orange is the New Black. If you guys aren't watching that show, you're living your lives wrong. And by the way, she was ready for that show because she had to spend 3 weeks with me in Vancouver while we acted in Blade Trinity, which if you've seen that, you know that being in prison is nothing compared to being in that movie. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the best bunkmate at the Litchfield Penitentiary, Natasha Lyonne.
Thank goodness I brought my glasses. The 2014 Webby Best Actress is being honored for her work on our Netflix original series, Orange is the New Black. The show chronicles the misadventures of Piper Chapman, a privileged New Yorker sentenced to 15 months in women's federal prison. In season 1, we really put poor Piper through it. Tampons in her sandwich, maxi pads for slippers, lots of sex in a chapel, a shitty haircut, 2 breakups, threats, assaults, and flashbacks, not to mention she's in prison. Well, it's no wonder that Orange is the New Black is trending as this year's hottest bat mitzvah theme. Let's take a look at this scene from season 2, launching June 6 on Netflix.
Chapman, let's go. Up, up, up.
Where?
On your feet.
I thought that Foley was on duty today. Is it breakfast already?
No, but if you're hungry, you can lick yesterday's off the wall. Nasty.
No, this is art. This is a yellow warbler drinking out of a daffodil. She just cannot get enough. I'm calling it Thirsty Bird. It's almost done.
Smells like old Easter in here.
I hate cooked yolks.
Well, you won't be finishing.
Why? What's happening?
Or annoying the living crap out of me. Stand up on your goddamn feet, inmate. Do you need to pee?
I need to know what's going on.
I'm so happy to introduce my friend. I mean, really, I just adore her. The winner of this year's Webby for Best Actress. I mean, she's so talented, it should be illegal. The extraordinary and singular Taylor Schilling.
Waiting on you, and you got time.
I almost wore that top. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, you have to watch that show. Taylor, the last shot of the first season, the thing when you're doing, oh my fucking God. All right, go watch that. Thank you, seriously, and go watch that show. And Natasha, thank you for the shower scenes. Okay, throughout the evening, Webby winners from near and far will be sharing their 5-word acceptance speeches, some up there on the big screen and some on this very stage. So please join me in welcoming some of the victors for online film and video. You ready? Here comes the first pack. The Webby Award for Comedy Individual Short or Episode. Oh, nice, goes to Batman versus the Penguin. Oh, the Penguin was amazing in that one. From College Humor. Accepting the award, Batman himself, Pete Holmes.
Harvey Dent, can we? Thanks.
Wow, spooky. It's spooky. The Webby Award for How To and DIY goes to Absolute. Drinks in Motion by Great Works.
From Sweden and Absolute, Skål.
Very nice. And the Webby Award for News and Information Channel goes to, yes, HuffPost Live.
Anyone can come on us.
4. Holy shit. All right, the bar's been set, people. I'm just saying. He did it in 4. The Webby Award for Branded Entertainment Unscripted goes to Telekinetic Coffee Shop Surprise by Think Moto.
Much heavier than we thought.
I get that a lot. The Webby, that telekinetic video was messed up when they're freaking people with it. All right. The Webby for video remixes and mashups goes to College Humor. From music videos without music, We Can't Stop.
I made this totally naked.
Wow. The syllables throw me off. The Webby and People's Voice winner for Best Use of Interactive Video goes to 24 Hours of Happy by Iconoclast Interactive.
Guys, see you next year again!
Nice. Wow. The People's Voice Award in Technology is George Takei and Lamar Wilson Explore Google Glass by AARP. Yes!
Shatner, eat your heart out.
From Bridesmaids, The Goldbergs, and the upcoming film Blended, please welcome to the stage Wendy McClendon-Covey.
It's a sexy crowd. Almost since its inception, moms and dads have looked to the internet for parenting support. When Greg Pembrone unleashed his Tumblr entitled "Reasons My Son is Crying," it almost immediately went viral, with empathetic parents around the world submitting photos of their own toddlers' tantrums. Clearly, these grown-ups had found the support they so desperately needed. Since then, parents have been rocking out to such hits as, "Because I told her she was adorable," "Because I wouldn't let her wipe my butt," and my personal favorite, "Because he met Bill Murray." Now, all of this will make much more sense after we watch this video.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Here to accept the Webby and People's Voice Award in a speech written by his son, the creator of Reasons My Son Is Crying, Greg Pembroke.
Crying over you, crying over you, and you said so long, left me standing all alone, alone and crying, crying, crying.
Only raccoons talk about poop.
Here's hoping history repeats itself.
Zillow, the selfie for homes.
Jay-Z, Miley, Bieber, Bono, 5x.
America.
You go.
No, you.
Migrant workers
are not slaves.
Activism, meet internet, go crazy.
Another one. Wow. Go Food Tube.
Hi, Pat. What a wonderful surprise this is. What brings you by, Patton?
As the host of the 2014 Webby Awards, it is my great honor to present you, Jimmy Kimmel of Westeros, with this commemoration of your excellent skills in fooling everyone into believing that a twerking girl was ablaze. So I present you with this year's Viral Video Award of the Year.
Wow.
Oh, that poor horse. I'm fat. All right. Let's give out a Webby Award, shall we? Yeah, like you have a choice. Ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Wong clearly understands the potential and power of the web. While other web series are frequently produced on a shoestring, Freddie has kickstarted his fan base to capitalize supersized budgets. And as a result, he is serving up delicious production values and killer FX all on the web. Now, not only did Freddie's company, Rocket Jump, successfully crowdsource his YouTube hit Video Game High School. Have you seen it? Oh, people. They also forged a historical partnership with Lionsgate along the way. So while gigantic production companies still decide most of what... Could you please change your ringtone to Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses, please? A little respect. Thank you. While they still, come on, I couldn't let that just sit there. That was perfect. I mean, I was perfect. So while gigantic production companies still decide most of what gets made, Freddie continues to kind of turn traditional media on its head. So he allows his fan base to decide what they want to fund and what they want to watch. So Freddie is making quality entertainment through the generous support of viewers like you. He's like PBS, except he's badass and way less Earl Grey tea. So let's now take a look at this and I warn you, this is a very poignant, very subtle, and heartfelt montage from the world of Freddie Wong.
I roll with the Wong gang now.
Hey, man, how you doing?
What you know about video editing software?
Awesome!
Great job.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, guys. Good God. I also have to mention that Freddie was the founding member of a band with one of the greatest names of any band anywhere ever, Eleanor Roosevelt. That was the actual name of the band he was in. So, ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 Film and Video Person of the Year, Mr. Freddie Wong.
Thanks. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome founder and editor-in-chief of The Verge, Joshua Topolsky.
Thank you for that smattering. Does this raise? Doesn't raise? Okay. Sometimes a web platform is so powerful, so innovative, so ubiquitous, it feels like it has always existed. But in fact, our next Webby award winner was created just 5 years ago. Since its inception, Kickstarter has become the go-to platform for all manner of artists, entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs seeking to bring their dreams to life. And by involving the public in the creative process and utilizing the power of community, anyone and everyone has a shot at taking their great idea from concept to reality. Take, for instance, the Oculus Rift, a virtual reality headset for immersive 3D gaming. Originally capitalized on Kickstarter for $2.4 million, it was recently acquired by Facebook for $2 billion. Or how about the Veronica Mars movie? One of the most backed campaigns in Kickstarter's history. Its $5.7 million budget was kickstarted entirely by fans. In 2013, through Kickstarter, more than $500 million was raised for things that previously never existed. So if you've been saying, it's 2014, where's my personal jetpack already? Chances are you'll be able to fund its development very soon on Kickstarter. Let's take a look. Insane. Accepting the 2014 Webby Award for Breakout of the Year, Kickstarter founder and CEO, Yancey Strickler.
What's up, y'all? Let's keep doing this thing. Thanks to the Webbies and everyone for this award. Thanks for the internet for being it. That's it.
I'll read about it on Gawker tomorrow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Patti Smith.
Hello, everybody. Well, I have a confession to make. I am Banksy. You have always been seeing me. I've been walking around the city for years. But no, anyway, I'm just joking, of course. By nature of his process and his philosophy, much or perhaps most of Bansky's work is impermanent And I have to read this. Actually, I was given something to read, but it was sort of stupid, so I reread it. This isn't that much better, it just, you know. Oh, my favorite part, my favorite thing of an example of his impermanence is his great work, The Parachuting Rat, was inadvertently destroyed by some plumbers in Melbourne. There's great poetry in that. In October 2013, his traveling exhibition, Better Out Than In, threaded across the 5 boroughs, work that was tagged, adored, violated, and confiscated. How is his work to be archived, shared, and stored? But through the World Wide Web, which I just learned today is the internet. I actually thought they were 2 different things, but they're one thing, one world, one internet. I can tell you a little secret I'm not supposed to tell. He's actually in the green room. And anyway, we're going to see a film that he prepared. This film was sent to me. It took me 48 minutes to download it because I'm... And then at the end, it said, when I wanted to look at it, it said, server is unknown. So, but anyway, I did get to see it. It is his little gift. It documents that very precious time in New York City and a time that was one of Bloomberg's happiest moments in New York City. So in any event, Tabansky, I'm very honored to be a part of his honoring. So thank you.
In October of 2013, Banksy became artist in residence for the city of New York, an honor so prestigious, he made it up and awarded it to himself. Banksy set out to produce a new piece of artwork every day for a month.
The anonymous British graffiti artist known as Banksy is both delighting and annoying the people of New York with his unique brand of artwork.
On day 5, the artist converted the inside of a New York delivery truck to resemble a landscape painting, an attempt, he said, to deliver calm. Many Banksy fans wanted to leave him messages of support and tracking devices. The Vandal Squad visited street art galleries and left their card. Should we be showing this? Day 11 reveals a piece inspired by the Meatpacking District. On day 13 in Central Park, the artist set up a stall selling original paintings with a street value of $500,000. But without any of the art world hype, the results? A total take of $420. Day 16 was a performance art piece about low wages in the fast food industry, which prompted 4 people to complain about labor violations for the actor. Although it took place entirely on the street, the show found its true resonance online, becoming less an art show than a citywide full-contact game of hide-and-seek. Day 31. Banksy creates his own bubble letter tag out of actual bubble letters. Amazing. Teenagers, huh? He's what? He's 38? Jeez.
Oh, wow. Folks. I hope Patti Smith doesn't mind me saying this, but the godmother of punk is fucking adorable. She was the most, wow. This year's Webby Award for Person of the Year goes to graffiti. Oh, shit, you don't know unless you try. Apparently I'm not Banksy. Goes to Banksy. Now, unfortunately, Banksy could not be here with us tonight, but he has written a message for me to read on his behalf. Here is Banksy's 5-word speech. Oh, somebody painted over it. So, does anybody, this is an actual Banksy. Does anybody want it? You want to put your kids through college? Yeah? Yeah. That is not going to put a kid through college. That is going to buy a new deck in upstate New York. Okay, folks, it's amazing what you can capture in a 6-second video. A piece of art or a piece of journalism, your friends scaring the hell out of each other, a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, some really hot, really brief porno. Within months of its debut in January 2013, Vine became the most used video sharing app in the market. The BBC called it mesmerizing, but of course they spelled mesmerizing with an S, as they tend to do. We concur, so ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at Vine.
I think it's working, Ricky.
What the fuck is it?
It's a vine!
A what?
Face forward! You're spilling macaroni on the floor.
Welcome to physics.
Holy mother!
Hey Nora, do you pee your pants?
What?
Do you pee your pants?
Yes, sometimes.
Hey Sophie, ready? Go!
Accepting the Webby and People's Voice Award for Best Use of Mobile Video, Vine co-founder Russ Yusupov. Where's Russ? Where is Russ? Here comes Russ. Here, man.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah.
Do it for the Vine.
Please welcome the former lead singer of Pavement and current frontman of the Jicks, Stephen Malkmus, and from Comedy Bang Bang, Reggie Watts.
Oh, there. Well, look at you, alternative rock.
And you, Mr. Alt Comedy.
It doesn't get much more alt than this. Two of us, huh?
If we wedged pitchfork.com between, we would form the most delicious alt sandwich.
But on to the Webby. Everyone in this room knows the web is capable of so much.
That's true. It's the home of political change, cultural advancement, and technical evolution.
It continues to give a voice to those who were previously voiceless.
And just so we know what the big questions are, we realize we're actually just getting started, Reggie.
Norwegian brothers Vegard and Bård Ylvesaker are asking the tough questions. Thank you. One of the most popular YouTube videos has been viewed over 411 million times by curious global citizens seeking a better understanding of life's mysteries.
I'm a life meister too. Okay, so let's check out that video, Reggie, which poses one of the hardest hitting questions our entire generation faces. Bring it.
Ducks say quack, and fish go blub, and the seal goes ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say?
Please welcome your People's Voice winner.
Ilvis.
We came for free food.
That's what the fox says. Okay, what's that? You want another cluster of Webby winners? All right. Please join me in welcoming a group of Webby winners for interactive advertising and media. The Webby and People's Voice Award for mobile advertising goes to Instagram Takeover by Service Plan/Plan Net.
Dankeschön und Grüße aus Deutschland.
Those are definitely ad guys. Okay, the Webby for media and entertainment goes to the Sound Typeface by DM9 Soul.
Actually, we are Banksy.
Oh, we're all Banksy. The Webby Award for banner campaigns goes to Achtung for GTI Bannerbahn.
Thanks for clicking those banners.
Oh, we'll be clicking those banners. All right, the Webby for food and beverage goes to JWT London for Welcome to Kit Kat 4.0.
5 billion. Thank yous from JWT London.
Give me a break. Get it? Because the Kit Kat? All right, no, you're right. You were right not to. The Webby and People's Voice winner for game or application goes to, The Scarecrow by Creative Artists Agency.
Who wants a free burrito?
Amazing. Wow, it's not a Banksy, but it's nice. Come on. The Webby in viral marketing goes to, the epic split from Forsman and Botenfors. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Oh.
Montreal Canadiens, go we right now.
Whew. Thank God I already had a kid. All right. Nobody would accuse me of being the biggest sports fan, but what our next presenter accomplished in the past year transcends the world of professional athletics. I look forward to two things. To the time when we get to tell our grandkids about what Jason Collins did this year and what a big deal it was. I'm looking forward to that. But I'm also looking forward to a time where when someone else does what Jason Collins did, it is not a big deal. We just haven't evolved there yet, but we will. Now today, in 2014, it is a big deal. So ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and it is very humbling for me to present here. He is here to present the Webby for Athlete of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Collins.
These hands will never rest. These hands will never rest. We cling as one beneath the lowest rung.
Thank you. All right. When faced with the challenge of how to finance their trip to the 2014 Olympics in Sochi, Jamaican bobsled teammates Winston Watts and Marvin Dixon turned not to their government or local resources. They looked to the web. And when Winston and Marvin put out the call, the global web community responded. Their wildly successful crowdfunding campaign on CrowdTilt, combined with the unsolicited generosity of the Dogecoin community, raised over $129,000, exceeding their original goal by nearly $50,000. Once they made it to Sochi, the team communicated with their fans via blog posts, tweets, and CrowdTilt updates. Often, during the Olympics, we root for our own country. But by utilizing the web, Winston and Marvin erased borders, unified a global community, and took us along with them for one hell of a ride. Check it out.
The Jamaican bobsled team, after failing to qualify for the last 2 Winter Games, the popular underdogs are set to make the trip to Sochi, assuming they can pay for it. Sled driver Winston Watts said the team needs to raise $80,000 to make the trip, and numerous crowdfunding efforts on the internet have already responded.
The Jamaican Tourism Agency has released the bobsled song to celebrate their team. It sort of looks like a South Park video game, but it's real, charting the 1,500-meter track as the group sings, and I quote, "Last turn, keep your head down."
And now the Jamaican bobsledders have proven to competitors and sponsors that they are no novelty act and are in it to win.
For their inspired use of the web to achieve their Olympic dreams, I am honored to present the Webby Award for Athlete of the Year to the Jamaican bobsled team.
Jamaican man, tick-tock curves.
Worship the Webby Agency of the Year.
All right, it's an exciting time to be a human being. The world is advancing, and we get to not only enjoy that progress, sometimes we get to be the catalyst for it. And it doesn't matter who you are or where you are, whether you're a professional athlete in Brooklyn, an 8th grader in Omaha, a global corporation, or an ad agency in Paris. You can get brave. You can step up. You can be the change. This year's Webby recipient for Agency of the Year is being honored tonight with a total of 7 Webby wins. Competing against nearly 12,000 works from around the world, they earned their Webbies in categories such as corporate social responsibility and public service and activism. They fought hard for the powers of good. They were the change. Let's take a look at the work of Ogilvy Paris.
En 40 ans de vie commune, nous avons vu notre pays changer, évoluer. Mais il y a un sujet sur lequel la France n'avance pas. Le mariage de personnes du même sexe est encore au stade de projet de loi. Nous, nous voulons nous marier. Et voilà, c'est toujours pas possible.
Sur Google+,
les gays français peuvent enfin s'unir. Alors ce n'est pas un maire français qui officie puisqu'ils n'ont pas le droit, c'est un bourgmestre belge.
Jacques Michaud, consentez-vous à prendre pour époux Pierre Lecor, ici présent?
Oui.
Oui. Oui.
I see the cell phones out. You guys are ready. I'm sitting at the Ogilvy table tonight, so. Accepting the 2014 Webby Award for Agency of the Year from Ogilvy, Paris, Chris Garbett.
The secret of success is
Wow. I'm opening an Airbnb in Jason's jacket pocket, by the way, if anybody wants to bid. My God. Oh, could I? It's fucking Gandalf and Frodo. All right. Folks, if you like tonight's videos, the Webbies will be tweeting them out, and we invite you to do the same. Our Twitter handle is @the Webby Awards. Our hashtag for tonight is Webbies, hashtag WEBBYS. Coming up, we're going to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Web. Also, we're going to meet the guys I'd most like to see in a four-man bobsled: Fred Armisen, Questlove, Charlie Rose, and Tim Berners-Lee, who will be joining us. Yes. So, folks, we're going to take a little break. Enjoy your dinner. We'll see who gets the poison chicken. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you.
How do you imagine the web? What if Internet Explorer could show you a web that did things you didn't think were possible? A web so beautiful that it's transformative. So fast, it comes alive. So immersive, there are no boundaries. A web you can touch and feel. A web that takes what you know in the real world and brings it to life. Rethink what the web can be with Internet Explorer. Fast, beautiful, and perfect for touch.
Twitter, Tumblr, Flickr, Blick, Squirrel, Scrubly, Verb, Bluckets, Dick, Snorsblat, Stinker, Pish, Snorsblat Beta, Flumper, Snorsblat Beta Plus, Shaka Khan. Need a guide? Get Netted. Sign up for Netted by the Webbies, a daily email that brings you all the best sites and apps, all recommended by the Webby Awards. Better living through the internet starts at netted.net.
Woo! Oh, how about that dinner, huh? Oh, man. So many carbs. Are you guys fired up for the second part of the show? Like I am? Are you guys ready to party? Sure. I can't hear you. No, guys, I have tinnitus. I literally can't hear you. Hang on. Oh, now I got to get up. Why did I commit to this stupid bit? Jesus. Oh, God. My torso looks like Walter Matthau's face. Okay. Folks, Britain, yeah, think about that for a second. Britain's punk movement forever changed the face of music, fashion, and pop culture all over the world. The punks were the vanguards of the new guard, and the man standing adjacent to the man leading the revolution was none other than Ian Rubbish. Now, through the power of the web, a whole new generation of fans is learning what it means to get rubbish. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready for some maximum rock and roll, and if your soul has a seatbelt, then buckle it tight and give it up for music legend and 2014 Webby nominee, Ian Rubbish and the Bizarros.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. All the way down here on Wall Street, all the way down here, where you cannot get at proper stations on the radio. Stations like WBAI, real music from Jamaica. But you lot choose to live down here. You don't get stations like Uno Punto Uno, the music from the Dominican Republic. Instead, what you choose to do is live down here where you listen to 1010 Wins. It's a lot of news, it's lies, innit? You don't stop to think that the radio's not giving you a lot of lies one by one, do you? Right. So when I tell you about what's going on, changing the laws in the Danish parliament, you don't stop to think, I'm responsible, right? All you lot. Or the Italian parliament, right? Or Sweden, or Ireland. Because it changes minute by minute, day by day. But who knew the truth, yeah? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you? Back there, was it you? You too, was it you lot? Was it you all the way over there? All right. Anyway, do enjoy it. I love being in New York. It's a fantastic city. Be proud to be from here. It's the center of the world. I would not change a thing about it. I love it here. So do enjoy the music. And listen, if it means something to you, smash everything you got on the table. Smash it. I give you permission. In fact, I prefer it if you did. All it takes is to take your glass and just nail it down. This is about, there you go. It's about the people behind the barricades. This is called Hey Policeman. I don't care, we'll do it no guitar then. It's all right. Listen, we got to roll with it. I made them sit through my shit, right, patiently. So we're going to just do bass and drums. That's all we're going to do. Policeman, my boat goes in your face. Hey, 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 policeman, my boot goes in your face. Hey, policeman, my boot goes in your face. Hey, policeman, my boot goes in your face. Extra, extra, read all about it. Special delivery, my boot to your face. Hey, policeman, my boot goes in 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 your face.
Oh, Ian Rubbish! Ian Rubbish, ladies and gentlemen! Man is 78 years old, still doing it. He's got a herniated disc. Knocked over his own amp. God damn it. That was amazing. Woo! Yeah, clear that equipment. Should I sing that Jackson Browne song to you guys, or? Something, something, let the roadies take the stage. Seriously, roadies, take the fucking stage. We got to lose this stuff. That song, by the way, is kind of a humble brag. Isn't it that song kind of a fuck you to his fans? Because at one point he's like, tomorrow you get to wake up in your own town and we've got to go to Chicago or some other place and, you know, do coke and get blowjobs, but you get to wake up and go to work at Arby's. Oh, we really envy you. This horrible life we're living. I guess we're going to keep the drum. All right, well, folks, it has been another big year in memes. Wow, I'm going to do this in front of a drum kit. I'm like the anti-rocket. I'm like the band's manager coming out. Look, sorry, the guys in the Fix just broke up, so they sent me out here to apologize. I don't know what to tell you. I'm their accountant. If anyone needs a Schedule C, I can work that out for you. I'm Sigma 6 certified. Happy to work with any of you. Boy, was it a big year in memes, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, the Webbies partnered with BuzzFeed. That's right, to determine which will be the meme of the year. Let me tell you, the competition this year, pretty fierce. Yeah, the winner will be announced tomorrow on BuzzFeed, so cast your votes. And these are the nominees. Here's who you're voting for. Ready? Twerking. Yeah, oh God. This could be us, but you're playing. Yeah, nice. Pharrell's hat, of course. Hot dog legs. Nice. And yeah, I might have jerked off to that one. And Doge. Yeah, Doge. Oh, look at little Doge. Yeah. You guys know Doge, right? I know you saw her out on the red carpet. She's great. We've been hanging out all night and having a ball. If you don't believe me, I got proof. A little selfie we took backstage, a little picture we took. Oh, look at her. And that was, yep. And then she did 5 rails of Peruvian. So, and I think that's the end of the selfie right there. That's it. Cannot get any cuter than that. And on that note, how about we all now take a little moment to say farewell to the selfie, ladies and gentlemen.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
You can handle the truth.
Covering politics since James Buchanan.
Everything is interesting and exciting.
Bye-bye, paper. Hello, deals.
Our moms finally get gifts.
Once was lost, now found.
All the thanks that fit.
Whether or not here we...
Artists should get real paid.
Now accepting lucrative acquisition offers.
Children are expensive. We're free.
Remember, if you like tonight's videos, the Webbies will be tweeting them out, and we invite you to do the same. Again, Twitter handle, @TheWebbyAwards, official hashtag tonight, hashtag WEBBYS, Webbies. Now, to present the People's Voice Award and the Webby Award for Government Website, won't you please welcome star of stage and screen and the web, George Takei.
I was so thrilled when I learned that I would be presenting to not one, but 2 astronauts. But then I thought, why, of course, how fitting. I've spent years among the stars with a beloved sci-fi program, The Howard Stern Show. Astronaut Ernest Rutherford once posited, an alleged scientific discovery has no merit unless it can be explained to a barmaid. He was obviously a drunk. But his sentiments are reflected, certainly, in the works of our next 2 distinct Webby recipients, NASA and Climate.gov. If you want to know the latest launch schedule for a space missile launch, go to nasa.gov. If you want a complex issue about the global climate change explained to you very plainly, go to climate.gov. The people behind these 2 sites have utilized the web to make complex information clear and accessible, providing the kind of transparency that leads to comprehension, change, and potentially really well-informed barmaids. Accepting their respective Webbies, on behalf of NASA, Mike Massimino. And for Climate.gov, Dr. Catherine Sullivan.
Earth, our home, Noah's mission.
We're taking this to Mars.
The speech of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck you, David Bowie. All right. We just had 2 astronauts on this stage. My God. Woo! Well, the only way to follow George Takei and astronauts is with another winners cluster. So, let's do the Webby winners for mobile and apps and social. We're going to start with mobile and apps first. The Webby Award for mobile media streaming service goes to Public Radio Player by PRX.
PRX spreads public radio love.
Does PR and X count as words? No. All right. The People's Voice Award for Health and Fitness goes to Charity Miles.
Every mile matters. Thank you.
I plan to eventually run a charity mile. The Webby and People's Voice winner for games goes to Dots.
Eventually, everything connects. Charles Eames.
Wow. The Webby for Experimental and Innovation goes to Natalia Project by RBK Communication.
Everyone, please join Natalia Project.
That's nice. Wow. That wet wink was creepy. All right. The Webby and People's Voice Award for Social Gaming goes to Quiz Up by Plain Vanilla Core.
For our team in Iceland.
Plain Vanilla Core could not be better named. Sorry, I'm white, I get to say that. Yeah, take that, Salon. All right, for mobile and apps, social, the Webby and People's Voice Award goes to Tumblr.
Can someone call my phone?
Oh, he's adorable. All right, and now, some Webby awards for social. The People's Voice Award for City and Urban Innovation goes to #VirtualPride by M&C Sachi.
Vladimir say, pride is beautiful.
Someone's been reading my slash fiction, apparently. The People's Voice Award for Customer Service goes to Home Run Inn Pizza for #Hangry by RGA.
Chicago has the best pizza.
People, oh, wow. People, please, ladies and gentlemen, let's all think of the good feelings we had seeing Putin in the gay underwear and just cling on to that, please. Let's come together for God's sakes. Let's get beyond pizza. It's dough with sauce and cheese, for God's sakes. That's all it is. The Webby, The Webby and People's Voice Award for Best Photography and Graphics goes to GoPro.
Hey, Patton, you need a GoPro.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, nice, wow. Thank you, wow, thank you. I got a GoPro, for God's sakes, you kidding? Did the Jaguar Car Corporation win anything? Because I'm happy to, I'll just give them one, I don't give a shit. Thanks for the GoPro. Don't hold your breath for any mountain bike videos. All right. And for fashion and beauty, the People's Voice Award goes to GQ. Whoa, nice.
Internet's bigger than porn, gentlemen.
Wow. Which of these things is underdressed? All right. Guys, of course they're from GQ. Good Lord. Yeah, go replace the hives. All right. The guy, 8 people got that. The People's Voice winner for overall social presence goes to BuzzFeed.
Wow.
Much. Grateful. Very.
Thanks.
Ooh. Buzzy. All right. Please welcome the executive director of the Webbies and French celebrity hairdresser, David Michel Davies.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my
Thank you.
Merci, Patton. Hein? Even though the name David Michel Davies makes it sound like my hair care products are available at a fine salon near you, I really am the executive director of the Webbies, I promise. Seriously though, I'm super happy to be with all of you here tonight. If this is your first Webbies, I just want to say, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back, guys. It's good to see you again. To fully understand just how far we traveled, I am going to be assisted by one of the 2014 Webby nominees in one of my favorite categories, Meme of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my dear close personal friend, Pharrell's hat. The Webbies began in 1996 when an illustrious group of internet aficionados thought it would be productive to turn the public's focus toward all the new amazing technology that was happening on the web. That group grew and it became the International Academy of Digital Arts and Sciences. The work submitted to the Academy, it multiplied and it became much, much more diverse over time. Simply put, when we first started, we received 1,000 entries, and this year we received 12,000 entries from 60 countries around the world, which I think really reflects the true diversity of the World Wide Web. 500,000 people cast nearly 2 million votes this year in our People's Voice Awards, and all the votes are carefully calculated by our vote tabulation consultants at Deloitte. That's Deloitte et Touché, if you're French like me, but I digress. But seriously, thanks to all the winners and to those of you who are watching from afar. We're here because of you, and we look forward to seeing all the cool things that you make in the future, and hopefully having you back here for many, many years to come. But lastly, and most importantly, I want to thank that dear personal friend, Pharrell's hat. Good luck in your category, buddy. So enjoy the rest of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of the Pete Holmes Show, Pete Holmes.
Hello. Hi, everybody. So I'm a big Grace Helbig fan. I love Grace Helbig. Yeah, sure. And so does the internet. In her web series, It's Grace, she charmingly makes jokes, reviews films, she cooks food, she basically does everything. It's like you're passing the time with someone way cuter and funnier than you could ever be. And I include myself in that. People over 60 may have no idea who these videos are, who Grace is, what It's Grace is, but they're over 60, who gives a shit? Check it out, It's Grace.
It's Grace! You clicked on it. Let's do this. Cheers! I don't know if I feel as sexy as she feels, but I definitely feel sleepy. Look how great that looks. I impressed myself. Thank you all for being here. And the thing is, we're here to have fun. I was put on the Forbes 30 under 30 list, which is insane, but also now an achievement that my parents can understand. Uh-oh, it's happening. That was cool. It's a real movie. Please, 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 that you pre-order the film. Heyo. You guys are great. Oh, someone call a doctor. I got a case of the feels. But hey, that's what the internet's for.
That's It's Grace, everybody, accepting her Webby for People's Voice first person. Please give it up big for Grace Helbig, everybody. Grace!
Let me introduce myself.
To quote my favorite song.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Ian Rubbish.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. I'd like to talk to you about Vice magazine. What a publication. It's fantastic. Really great. The best there is. I remember a day when it was like a fanzine you just see around. But now the videos are all over, aren't they? And it's real journalism, isn't it? It really is. It's a real thing. Let's take a look right now.
The castles are that way.
The future might be unknowable, but it's not unthinkable. We can help people live life with greater imagination, and that's what the goal of all this is.
Like there are people from all over the world downloading our files, and we say, good. We say, you should have access to this.
The worst thing America has done to Iraq, they made a dictator look like an angel.
Pretty ridiculous. Right in the center of Athens, you've got such an open smackdown.
You play for yourself, play to enjoy it, period.
Let's go back to that magical time where music and the liveliness is what moved people. This is for the globe.
All right, yeah. Accepting on behalf of Vice, counting 9 Webbies, all right, on the People's Voice Award. Please welcome the founder of Vice. There's Shane Smith, right? Or is that wrong? All right, Sarush Alvi then, is that correct then? All right, there we go.
Shit on my chest, shoot colors like a Care Bear. All year, see me tan, hopping out the van. You wasn't there, now you trying to show face. Fuck around, be a cold case. Chrome skates.
A toast to the Webbies.
Was that soda or was that alcohol? It better have been alcohol. He's from Vice. Okay, here we go. Group, guys, this is the final. Bleh. Oh, that dessert is hitting me wrong. Our final group of Webby winners for websites. Here we go. You ready? The Webby for City and Urban Innovation goes to Color City by Kubu CC.
People, planet, profit, exponential evolution.
That's right. It's Kubo, folks. I'm sorry. I mispronounced it. God damn it. All right. The Webby and People's Voice Award for Blog Business goes to Mashable.
Is this a Kimmel prank?
The Webby and People's Voice Award for Fashion and Beauty goes to Refinery 29.
No words.
Just heart emojis.
The Webby and People's the Webby and People's Voice Award for Games Related goes to Twitch.
Praise be to the Helix.
Very nice. I think he just summoned a demon. All right, the Webby for Consumer Electronics goes to Urban Ears from Oakwood Creative.
Last night, we were nobodies.
Oh, that was sweet. The Webby Award for Travel, goes to Airbnb.
We're sleeping in your bed.
You wish. All right. The People's Voice Award. I stayed in Airbnb last week. It was awesome, guys. Thank you. I may have left a body under the bed. The People's Voice Award for humor, of course, goes to The Onion. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, The Onion.
Too many died for this.
That is true, yeah. The trail of bodies behind them. The Webby for Best Practices goes to NSA Files Decoded from The Guardian.
More privacy, less NSA surveillance.
Nice. Find out why they canceled Firefly. You know the NSA was behind that. All right. Presenting the 2014 Webby Award for Lifetime Achievement, please welcome the co-founder of Reddit, Alexis Ohanian.
There is an underlying purpose to all my work, to make the world suck less. I get the feeling that Lawrence Lessig shares that aim. Larry Lessig was the director of the Center for Ethics at Harvard, a law professor at Stanford and Harvard, and he clerked for Supreme Court Justice. He's one of the founding board members of the Creative Commons, the first open source software community which has entirely transformed intellectual property law. He has evolved policy, law, and licensing to accommodate our modern culture, creating a far more fair, balanced, and rational approach to copyright. He has spent his career fighting to maintain the open spaces of the web so that all of us can enjoy the freedom to make and share our work. Steve Huffman and I never could have started Reddit if not for the work he has done and continues to do. He's been inspiration for so many of us. And so when I say this is his lifetime achievement, he's already lived so many lifetimes of achievement. His bio really gives you the feeling like you haven't done anything with your life, and he still has so much more to do. But don't despair. Larry Lessig is hard at work, and he is smart as hell, and he has got our collective back. Let's take a look at this video.
So I was one of those people who, fell into the internet in the early 90s and was so in love with the technology.
I was a geek. I was a teenage geek. I grew up loving technology. I didn't understand law. I thought it was just something that got in the way of everything.
Larry was the guy that showed us how to mix creativity, generosity, and the law. He was the first person to come in and say, these things aren't all in complete tension with each other. We can actually work out how they can work together.
He goes at something, and it's a really complex issue, and he boils it down, and he synthesizes, and he puts it into these very concrete blocks, and you're like, oh, obviously, like, why did I not see that?
Before Larry, there was a structureless conversation about, I want to share, I want to lock this content down. Everyone had these conflicting impulses. The Creative Commons license gave us a way for every creator to express their own preferences.
He really believes in the goodness of people and the goodness of society. He thinks he can make the world fair, through these kinds of systematic interventions.
What Larry understood is that when people are affected by creativity, it's not just passive reception, it actually engages people.
And it's just that moment where you find yourself, passionately in love with whatever he's saying, wanting to follow him to the end of the earth, because the way he pulls you in, not just in terms of what he knows, but how he conveys it.
Larry mixes intellect, passion, and clarity, which is a rare combination. When you hear him talk, not only do you understand what's going on, not only is he explaining it at the highest level, but afterwards you want to do something about it.
It is my great honor to present the Webby Lifetime Achievement Award to Lawrence Lessig.
Thank you. Oops. So I'm not dead yet.
Please welcome to the stage, Questlove.
How you doing? All right, so when I was young, how you doing? So when I was young, you could go into the record store and buy the new De La Soul record. And that's what I did. That's what everybody did. They were pioneers from the very, very start. Founders of the Daisy Age, pillars of the native tongues community, visionaries in putting philosophy and humor and hip hop, not to mention bringing the funk and the soul of those samples or of the early eras back to the brilliant life in their music. And they broke out the gate with one of the greatest debuts ever, 3 Feet High and Rising. Me personally, I had an even more vivid memory of hearing their second album, De La Soul is Dead, in 1991. You know, I was cutting church and sitting in my friend's car and marveling at the way the group wove together its songs perfectly. I think it's one of the most perfectly sieged album of not even hip hop of all time, but extended narratives and sharp fragments and, all those songs. Peace Parts, Roller Skating Jam Named Saturdays, Let Me In, Millie Pulled a Pistol on Santa. I love that song. I can hear them all right now in my head, one after the other. But when kids today, when they go to digital music stores, they won't find De La Soul is Dead or 3 Feet High and Rising or Stakes is High or Balloon Mind State or any of the group's other classic albums. Why? Because their music isn't available. As a result of clearance issues, the fact that the band's record label can't or won't clear the original samples, the albums that have changed hip-hop and changed my world personally, they aren't available on the largest digital platforms in the world and the big pipes that bring the music to the vast majority of consumers. There's Me, Myself, and I, but there is no Me, Myself, and iTunes. I came up with that one myself. So 3 Feet High and Rising has been preserved by the Library of Congress, but it's not available for sale. And this hurts the band, but it also hurts consumers, and it hurts history. And when you go to the hip-hop section of these digital sales or streaming services, and there is no De La Soul to be found, or very little De La Soul to be found, it's a disservice to the extreme. It's like seeing a digital box of 70s Soul without Bill Withers, or a digital picture of Mount Rushmore without Jefferson. So earlier this year, De La Soul decided to do something about it, a very genius thing. What they did was revolutionary, because what they do is usually revolutionary. They made their entire catalog available for free download, and it started on Valentine's Day because it was a gesture of, wait for it, love. It lasted for 25 hours because that's a way to mark their 25th anniversary. And they followed that with another free release called Smell the Daisy, to enter sound, y'all, great acronym, which puts their vocals over the great Jay Dilla's productions. And the struggle over sampling and how to treat artists who came up in the age of golden hip-hop, the golden age of hip-hop, really isn't over. The stakes remain high. But for De La Soul, they have proved that they are at the vanguard, always fighting that good fight, always putting their music above, always putting their music and their fans above corporate concerns. Let's take a look at the video.
A brief history of sampling in hip-hop, or why I can't find De La Soul online, legally. 1985. Hip-hop has moved out of the Bronx and onto the charts. Curtis Blow is the first artist to use a sample drum track, looping Pump Me Up by Trouble Funk, to his hit, If I Ruled the World. 1988. Cheap sampling devices hit the market and artists like Eric B. and Rakim, thinking of a master plan, the Beastie Boys, and Public Enemy all push the limits of this new technology. 1989. De La Soul drops 3 Feet High and Rising, sampling everything from Hall & Oates to Funkadelic to Otis Redding. Come on, man. 1990. Hip-hop crosses over and dominates the charts with sample-based tracks. But then, the lawyers came. Vanilla Ice sued Biz Markie, sued De La Soul, sued. The golden days are over. Fines and the court cases have taken their toll. Artists now rely heavily on a single sample to compose their tracks. 2000. Physical album sales plummet. Music listeners now go online to download or stream music. Due to copyright concerns around digital distribution, many classic hip-hop albums are left behind. Valentine's Day 2014. For 24 hours, De La Soul gives fans the opportunity to download their entire music catalog for free. Today, De La Soul's albums continue to be unavailable online. Fans whose primary music source is the internet will not be exposed to one of the most influential groups in music history until we find a way to change it.
If money makes a man strange, we got to rearrange that. What makes the world go round.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with a great sense of honor and privilege that I present the 2014 Webby Artist of the Year Award to one of the greatest groups ever, De La Soul.
Testing. 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Positive news. The fact that most millennials have not heard Jennifer Taught Me is why the polar ice caps are melting. If they could just hear that song, everything will be fine. I'm telling you. Oh, De La Soul. Sorry, oh God. I could not be whiter or more from the suburbs right now. All right. 3 Feet High and Rising. Oh my God. I will never be as cool as that album. All right. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the World Wide Web. For most of us, the web is such a significant part of our lives that I told you, welcome to the jungle. The web is such a significant part of our lives, it is difficult to remember how we functioned before it existed. Was information all kept in a manila folder on some woman's desk? What was her name? Was it Carol? Carol with an E, Carol with an L? How did we interact? Via fax? Let's take a look back at 25 years of the World Wide Web.
At first, it was just a novelty. We loved what we saw, but reckoned it could be more. It was slow. Slow as a motherfucker. But we waited, and waited. Soon, we were not alone. We were joined by an aunt, a neighbor kid, a forgotten acquaintance, and countless others around the globe. We emailed, we IM'd, we fell in love. We made lists. We made friends. We made mistakes. We explored new cities, learned new languages, and got into some trouble along the way. We ROFL'd and got our minds blown. We made it our own and discovered its possibilities were endless. We were reconnected and restored. We made it our home and filled it with cats. So many cats. We grew up, but not too much. We accelerated, but not too much. And then we saw a change.
Yes, we can!
We were moving more than just pixels on a screen.
It gets better.
We were making our voices heard. We didn't write letters to the editor. We didn't call in to the radio station. We didn't need to appear on TV. We did it our way. It's our web. Let's keep it that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Charlie Rose.
It is such a great honor to be here with so many people that I've known over the years and to note how much what you do has changed my life and my work and how I see cats. My first exposure came, I don't know how many years ago in the late 90s, but it has been a remarkable journey, and I want you to, before I even say anything about who we're going to honor this evening, I want to say my congratulations to my friend Lawrence Lessig, who has come to my table many times. And I have, first at Stanford and then at Harvard, so much admiration for him. As we have seen here tonight, the potential of the web is seemingly limitless. At its best, the web can bring people together to promote positive social change, advance culture and technology, or simply make our lives a little bit easier, as it has done for me. The web is essentially Miracle-Gro, a megaphone, a magnifying glass. It energizes and it globalizes information. It is extremely powerful, extremely powerful. As we look to the next 25 years, I think you'll agree with me that we all share a tremendous responsibility when it comes to how we utilize that power. In my line of work, I have the privilege of talking with some of the most fascinating people of our time. Few have done more to advance the way our modern world works than Sir Tim Berners-Lee. He is, he is an Oxford graduate, an MIT professor, and is or has been the director of the World Wide Web Consortium, the Web Science Trust, and the World Wide Web Foundation. He has been the recipient of multiple honors, including a Webby for Lifetime Achievement. Most recently, he was awarded the Queen Elizabeth Prize for Engineering for groundbreaking innovation in engineering that has been of global benefit to humanity. I want to read you what they said yesterday when he was given a doctorate of engineering and technology at Yale. As the creator of the World Wide Web, you have transformed our global village, revolutionized the flow of knowledge, and changed the way we live. Generous with your genius, you shared your invention without restrictions or without royalties. By conceiving hypertext protocols for the internet, you put the power of computing in the hands of almost anyone, with the goal of making the web a universal medium. You have democratized access to information, and in so doing have made the sum of human knowledge greater than its separate parts. You have woven the web that connects us all, and we're honored to name you a Doctor of Engineering and Technology. That was Yale University for Sir Tim Berners-Lee, here to celebrate the 25th birthday of his brainchild. It is a great honor for me to introduce the man with the greatest CV line item in the history of the universe. I invented the World Wide Web. Please welcome to the stage Sir Tim Berners-Lee.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. So, this is incredible. I mean, this, can you imagine starting a project 25 years ago, starting a project, not all projects succeed like this one. No other project has ever succeeded like this one. But it's been through this incredible creativity and collaboration all over the planet, which has been incredible for me, and to watch it and now get to the point where we can celebrate it like this. It's amazing. So thank you so much to the Webbies for being the Webbies, and which is completely inevitable and like nothing else, but also this time for sort of being part of just looking back after 25 years. Why do we have to do that? Because looking back, a lot of the people I work with, a lot of the people I know, looking back over these 25 years, yes, we're really excited about all this incredible stuff, kittens and all that happens on the web, but also, and we notice the reason it's all happened is because you've individually done really, really cool things randomly in different parts of the world. And yes, the sum is much greater than the parts. What happens when you link it all together is you get this incredible phenomenon of everybody communicating across the planet. And the only reason that's been able to happen is that when you've done it across in one part of the world, you've done it in another part of the world, you've both connected your stuff up to the internet, and you haven't had to really worry about the internet at all. You've just jacked in, connected, put your stuff up there, other people have connected, looked around for something really interesting, followed a whole bunch of links late one night and found your stuff and realized that it connects and made it and started to build into the links. All not having to worry about the underlying stuff. Whoever it was who said earlier, you know, the web and the internet, they're the same. Well, good, okay. If, from your point of view, you don't see the internet as something different, that's good. Because, you know, if the web is the trucks, the internet is the road. And it's really good if you can celebrate fantastic trucks without having to worry about the road. If you have a road which is just there, does not have holes in it, allows any trucks to drive along it, doesn't suddenly start discriminating against different trucks. If the people who design really cool transport can drive that transport around without having to worry about discrimination of the trucks. Why do we need to bring it up? because every now and again, and 25 years is a good time, we have to take some time to worry about that, just to check on it. And why is it important to happen now? Well, because, for example, it's good to look at it now because we can celebrate. We can celebrate that in Brazil, just recently it was announced in the Mundial Conference, the Brazilians have passed this law, the Marco Civil da Internet, which is an incredibly great, wonderful law which says, you know what? The Internet has got to be free and open and neutral. Okay, brilliant. You go to Brazil and you will have a neutral Internet. That is, they have a law, they're going to have to make lots of regulations, they're going to have to implement it, it's going to be complicated. It's going to be complicated in Europe, too. In Europe, Neelie Kroes got through a law which says that in Europe, the web should be neutral. All right, so in Europe, that's happened. In Brazil, that's happened. Different countries in the world, it's at different places. Depending on where you come from, maybe you can go back and rest assured that you're pretty sure that the people around you are going to defend everywhere, in all walks of life, they're going to, in all parts of government, they're going to defend the neutral Internet because it's just part of the value system of their country. And other places, you're not so sure. Other places, you wake up in the morning and you worry that actually things like the commissions which govern your communication are actually slipping backwards and suddenly putting out provisional rulemakings which really look as though they haven't got the message. They don't realize. So in this particular country where we happen to be right now, okay, the battle must rage again because moves have been made, rather uncertain moves have been made. People have started to try to push against it. There's not been firm values put down by the leadership. We've had tremendous things. This country had people out on the streets stopping SOPA and stopping PIPA. Okay, it can happen if everybody really protests. If you, especially creative, powerful people like you, who know how to communicate to a ridiculous extent, can decide to do this, you can make a difference, okay? So the time, unfortunately, is again now. We had SOPA, we had PIPA. Now this is the time to take net neutrality, or show people Brazil, show them what's happening in Europe. There's wording out there about how to define net neutrality. Everybody knows what net neutrality means. It's non-discrimination on the Internet. Now's the time to take America, hold a mirror up to it and say, look, guys, you need this really importantly. Don't just assume that the companies will give it to you. We realize now that's not going to happen. They're going to challenge it. We realize that we need to have positive laws, positive regulations in order to make it happen. Sorry, we've got to go to that work. So if I have to, I did 5 words here a few years ago. I did free, open, keep one web of the Olympics. I did just 4. This is for everyone. Okay, I'm going to just 3 words to leave you with. Up to us. Thanks. Thank you.
Everyone, up. Wow. You guys just heard a fucking anthem. Let me give you 5 words. Fuck yeah, Tim Berners-Lee. That is Tony Stark and Doctor Who in one person. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for the 2014 Webby Awards. You guys could not have been more fun. There is not a after party, so there's no reason for you guys to go to the Highline Ballroom after the show, because there's certainly not an after party at the Highline Ballroom. And if you do show up, you can bet that DJ Questlove and Mr. Saturday Night will not be spinning tunes. So there's no reason to go to the Highline Ballroom right now because there's no kind of after party with Questlove and Mr. Saturday Night. Guys, thank you so much. I will not see you at the Highline Ballroom. Good night. Thank you.